Okay, it's Bob Frizzell for Anshar TV. Now, normally I talk on behalf of my own channel, The Reality Game, but today I'm going to talk to you for Anshar TV. Now, have you ever heard of Anshar TV? Anyway, Anshar TV is extraterrestrials that are called the Anshar, and we heard about them from YouTube commentator Corey Good. And apparently, old man Anshar is about 1,000 years old. He sits in an easy chair and he watches closed circuit television of us on planet Earth. Which ones of us does he watch? I don't know. I don't know how many cameras he's got. He might be using smart dust, which is nanotechnology, little miniature cameras that they just spray over us in chemtrails, and it's everywhere. And that really doesn't make any sense. I mean, how do they coordinate zillions of little nanoparticles to give you an image? I don't know, but that was one way we thought they might be filming Anshar TV. There was another group of extraterrestrials reported to be watching, if not us, then certainly watching others, and they were known as the Bravena. Bravena were a bird-like race from another planet that were watching Atlantis in the Anne Rice story about the vampire Lestat and whatever it was called about Atlantis, Bravena, and they were not a very nice, friendly race. They were pretty nasty. And anyway, it was a very good book, Lestat and whatever it was about Atlantis. If you're into the vampire movies, they were very good. And as far as being real Atlantis, I don't think so. But it was an interesting story. It just doesn't line up with anything else we know about Atlantis too much. Could it be true? I don't know. Let's give it like a 6% chance of being actual Atlantis. But she used the word and she made it somewhat of an advanced society amongst a bunch of uncivilized galoots. But the Bravena apparently had cameras. Also in Stephen King's Dark Tower canon, for those young ones of you out there that don't understand what canon means, it's not C-A-N-N-O-N, like a cannon that shoots a cannonball. Canon is, I think it's C-A-N-O-N. Used to be a name of a camera company, but canon in this, it's literary and it means like a group of literature, a group of stories, the canon. So in the Dark Tower canon, they had a company that was in the business of sort of controlling things, and they were run by organized darkness, and they had cameras in various places. The wind through the keyhole, perhaps. They had very advanced technology, and right now Brant is trying to talk in my ear, so give me a moment. Hello, Brant. It's not Brant, it's Clancy. Anyways, we were going to tell you that for all intents and purposes, I cannot guarantee the characters that you want to interview will show up, because they're not here present in my physicality. They come in through telepathy to me, and if they're going to act, you know, like sometimes Christopher Isherwood comes and he puts on an English accent, or Bob Ross, an Australian accent. I don't know if they're going to come. Vasily Fisk used to come when I put on the Vasily Fisk hat, and he hasn't come for a long time, but I think he popped in briefly. Was it a week ago, 10 days ago? So these different characters that you might think I'm just making these characters up from the perspective of an actor. These are real characters, they're real personalities, and even though they use this body to communicate with you, they're not this body. So it's kind of a form of channeling that I do. But, as far as doing interviews, I don't know what technology you'd want to use to do it. If it's some kind of an app that I can get for free onto my smartphone and doesn't take too much bother for me to sign up to it, like, I don't know how hard it is to do Zoom interviews. You'll have to figure it out, and I'll try, but if it's too much difficulty, and if it's going to cost me money, I won't use the system. Because I'm uber low budget, and I'm not paying to use someone's app. I just won't. There's too many other things out there. Otherwise, if you have interview questions for any one of my characters, you can submit them in writing, and I'll print them off on a piece of paper. And I can't even guarantee them that my characters, not even my characters, these people, these personalities are going to answer your questions. But if you do submit them to us, we'll see if they are responded to. That's about as good as I can do. Thank you for your question. This is from Mr. Points on the Curve. As far as anything else that has to do with our channel and movie making, generally speaking, we are open to appear in other people's channels. And we were filmed for They Media a couple of years ago. They didn't use us, and they kind of dissed us. They Media is on the other side of our town, and we had fun visiting them, and they just developed a distaste for us. I don't know why. Anyways, they're a very minor player in the whole wide world. They're most famous for, they had some kind of a small contract with that French company that was in trouble with the Canadian government for offshore bribery or something. It was probably SNC-Lavalin. In any event, They Media has cut all ties with us, and as far as we want to tell They Media, to you.